You can be anything you want in Project Zomboid, from veteran to burger flipper to community favorite nurse. But unfortunately, not all of these occupations are created equal. So today I'll go through all of them and tell you exactly which ones are fun and which ones are not, to help you choose what to play next in Project Zomboid. First on the list is Unemployed, and just like in real life, being unemployed is not fun. Unless you got a small loan of $1 million from your rich daddy, you'll be busting your balls trying to survive. But let's be real, you got no skills and no one is hiring gamers these days anymore. Blame it on the zombie apocalypse all you want, kid, but you should have really stayed in school. But being a fire officer is fun. Not only you're strong and athletic, but your overdeveloped lower jaw has a high chance to make zombie ladies drop their panties for you. But only ladies. Project Zomboid happens in the early 90s. The second RR only just started writing the Song of Ice and Fire. Police officer is also fun. You get to roleplay as a true American, shooting zombies left, right and center because you heard they just struck black gold and they desperately need some proper freedom. And who better to dish it out than a true white American man? Just make sure to take the overweight trait for that true roleplay potential. Park ranger, on the other hand, is not fun. Nobody wants to spend their time alone in the deep woods when all the fun action is happening back in the city. If you want to be a lone weirdo hugging trees in the forest, be my guest. But trust me, you'll be praying for zombies to show up before you die of the absolute boredom that is wilderness survival in Project Zomboid. But someone who's not dying of absolute boredom is a construction worker, and being one is fun. There are not many people left in the zombie apocalypse that can roll a short blunt as good as a construction worker can, and when it comes to bashing in zombie skulls with short blunts, they can 420 blaze it all day long. But security guard is not fun. Not only you have to stay up all night long and make sure the apocalypse doesn't go full on night at the museum, you also have an illusion of being a sneaky guy, while in reality you're a fat smelly man, and zombies can hear you sneaking from across half of the town, in the dead of night, in fog and rain and snow, uphill, both ways with a boner. But luckily for you, Carpenter is fun, because if you ever thought that zombie apocalypse is the best time to build a couple of houses, a barn, a garage, a tower, and maybe connect every house in the whole town with a floating walkway, well, you're in luck. Because it's true, being a carpenter in Project Zomboid basically turns the game into Sims without a need to buy $500 worth of pointless DLCs. Thank you, in this town. Burglar is also fun, as long as we ignore the poop that is the stealthy part of the profession and focus on the true meat here, the ability to steal any car you find on the street and turn Project Zomboid into GTA. Because let's be real, are you even a proper apocalypse survivor if you don't drive a different car every day and have a garage with at least 23 vehicles? And you know who else has a garage with at least 23 vehicles? My subscribers, because they're badass like that. So subscribe today and become badass as well. Although that probably won't work if you're a chef, because chefs are not fun. Unless you're Steven Seagal and can juggle 17 knives that all have hollow targeting installed in them and fly faster than the speed of light. I mean, who brings a knife to a zombie fight? Just go bake a cake or something. And give it to our boy Repairman, who is fun. Because in a world where every tool and weapon tends to break after bashing in like 5 skulls, keeping them sharp and well-oiled is an overpowered but completely overlooked skill. Everyone has to contribute skulls for the skull throne. Are you doing your part? Well, someone who's definitely not doing their part is Farmer. While farming can be very relaxing, unbothered, moisturized, in my lane, focused, flourishing occupation if you're playing farm well, starting with the ability to recognize when your tomatoes have been trampled over by a couple of undead nightly visitors is not fun. And the same goes for Fisherman. While I love fish and fishing in my free time, in Project Zomboid, fishing is just a fast-forward simulator, and while it can feed your stomach, it will never feed your soul, and eventually the only ones feeding will be zombies, nom-nomming on your warm corpse. Not fun. Next, we have Doctor, who is also not fun, unless you have friends whose skill level is more suitable for Hello Kitty Island adventure and they need their wounds patched every 15 minutes. But let's be real, you're sitting here watching my YouTube videos, you do not have any friends. Veteran though is very fun. Not only do you get to roleplay as Rambo, showing everyone what an unstoppable killing machine you are, you also get to roleplay as yourself. projecting your broken brain that got desensitized to the horrors of the apocalypse by consuming endless terrible memes posted daily on my Discord. Like, seriously, what the fuck? I realize you have an unhealthy relationship with your imaginary projection of how nurse looks like, and some of you really need to work on your sexual issues. So I'm sorry to break your bubble, but being a nurse is not fun. We already established the fact that you have no friends, so why would you ever need first aid? Just don't get hit, GG, easy. And you're certainly not going to get hit if you're a lumberjack, and not getting hit is fun. Real men and women play lumberjack not for its ability to make mincemeat out of zombies only using an axe, but because it's a lifestyle. Strong man breasts or big mummy milkers, it matters not to you, as long as you get to chop. You would think that a fitness instructor would know a judo chop or two, but unfortunately, you're not a Chad fitness man lifting a hot female human lady in each hand. No. You're one of those fitness instructors who preach about blended vegetables and the importance of proper breathing and farting, not necessarily in that exact order. Not fun. Then we have a burger flipper who is not fun. It's a zombie apocalypse, dude. The power is out and all the meat's rotten. Burger King is gone and canned beans are the main food source in this day and age. Unless you really want to start eating rotten food, at which point all I can say is, good for you, but your breath smells awful. But not quite as awful as the burn hair smell that clings to an electrician, who is not fun. Basically a high school physics teacher that gets electrocuted at least 3 times a day. We all had one of those in school, and all it took to distract them was that one girl in class who matured slightly faster than everyone else. We had one physics test in 4 years of high school. God bless boobies. Next is the engineer, who is fun. This is the occupation for everyone that is at least slightly crazy. If you think the Unibomber is a cool guy, then you'd make a perfect engineer. The unfortunate part is blowing yourself up is just as likely as blowing up a group of zombies. And when I say unfortunate, I mean fun. They can't bite you if you don't have arms. But if you want arms, a metalworker can make them for you. Not really though, metalworkers can't actually make anything special, which is not fun. We all want to know how a medieval knight in full plate armor would do against a group of zombies. And while in reality, maybe it's better we never find out. You can install some mods and your dreams will come true. Last but not the least on this list is the mechanic, who is fun. You see, zombies are far from good drivers, and every car in this whole game is broken to at least some degree, because in America, proper car maintenance is clearly on the level of general education and hygiene. So being able to MacGyver the shit out of every vehicle you come across is a big plus. And you know what else is a big plus? The fact that we came to the end of this list. I doubt any of this actually helped you choose your next occupation, but if it did, let me know in the comments below which one did you choose and how that went.